in California with Kamala Harris and her new
yes,
proposition.
absolutely.
And now also today with a 10 p.m. lockdown of 8.5 million people, which is happening in California right now.
Welcome
because somehow you won't get the COVID virus if it's 9:59.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull out your bingo cards and get ready to check off the box that says, welcome to the nightmare dystopia. Yes. 8.5 million people are being ordered to stay home ahead of a California statewide orders. 10,000 people hospitalized, 22,000 daily cases are recorded, 145 deaths in 24 hours. This is in the Bay Area, and it is just expected to escalate. But I must stop. There is some good news. California sheriffs have come out saying, F you.
Oh, good.
We're not going to do it. Ain't going to happen.
Love to hear it.
How do you break your oath to the Constitution? Surprisingly, there are a lot of cops who do.
Some sheriffs, but not all the sheriffs.
Not all of them.
There still will be a lot of pointless, ignorant police officers that don't have a backbone, that don't have a soul, that will enforce these orders with the full might of the police state. And one thing we have to understand here, people changed their lifestyles. They lost their jobs. They lost their businesses. They lost their freedoms. Their kids can't go to school anymore. They eviscerated and destroyed the working class and any prosperity, any ability of freedom for people to have because of a lockdown. And now it pretty much didn't work. But they're telling us to lock down again.
Do you know what a quarantine is?
Quarantine is the closing in of sick people and preventing sick people from spreading.
So
out
what
to
do you
the
call
general
it
people.
when instead of doing that, they lock everyone in their
martial
homes?
law? It's essentially martial law.
Now let's play a game.
Yeah.
Michael Flynn recently tweeted out the We the People convention, calling on Donald Trump to invoke extreme wartime powers, essentially declaring a light martial law, having a new election. And we saw Lynn Wood, we saw Sidney Powell, we saw many Trump supporters echo this. And the collective screeching from the left, it's happening. There's memes going around. It's the political compass, right? And you've got the authoritarian left, the libertarian left, and the libertarian right, and they all have shocked and scared faces. And then you have this like really doofy looking guy with a MAGA hat saying, martial law good. And then in the middle it says Michael Flynn calls for martial law. And on the libertarian left side is an Antifa-looking guy with a bunch of guns saying, we told you so. And I think this is really, really funny because they have been enforcing martial law on this country for a year and you supported it. And now you're mad that people are saying, hey, Donald Trump needs to stop this and something must be done about it.
Yeah, and they voted for it, and we're going to have a lot more of it with a Joe Biden presidency. And I'm still shocked how last year we literally went from storm Area 51, they can't stop us all, to right now, let's have Christmas and Thanksgiving together. They can't arrest us all when we're in our
Lock us in our homes.
Yes.
Lock us in our homes.
It's absolutely insane. Area 51, the event was pretty fun, but that's a whole different subject. But
ho, ho. Lock us in our homes, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Terrible protest chant. I just made it up.
I don't like it.
We'll go with it.
I don't know, but we're seeing a lot of resistance from some sheriffs. We saw a significant protest in Staten Island. We're seeing slowly people kind of wake up and realize that it's kind of hypocritical to allow Black Friday but not Thanksgiving. And people, I think, I might be naive, but I think there's a larger kind of feeling of discontent, of anger and frustration at all these politicians who set up all these rules and don't follow them themselves.
Listen. Conservatives aren't complaining about peaceful protests from Black Lives Matter in the sense that they're protesting. They're complaining about the hypocrisy of demanding lockdowns and then protesting. But there's nary a conservative who's saying, these people are going to get us all sick. They shouldn't be protesting. No, they're saying, you have a First Amendment right to protest. But how dare you say we should be locked down and you get to go outside? Meanwhile, on the left, they're saying, we're going to go celebrate and dance in the street for Joe Biden. And then in Staten Island, when the cops arrest this bar owner and a couple hundred just regular people, not Trump supporters, maybe some of them, but regular people in the community came out with flags protesting. I'm seeing all these lefties say, these people are going to kill us. I'll tell you what the problem is right now in this country. Those people who are saying this, they don't care about you. They don't care about the law or the rules or any kind of moral or ethical standard. It's we get power and you can go to hell. And that's what they're giving us. When I see regular people say, please, we're struggling and dying, we can't do this anymore. And they say, shut your mouth, get in your home and drop to your knees. We're going to go party. That's a powder keg that is about to explode.
I 100%,
It's only a matter of time.
I 100% agree. And
we went to the gun shop the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will take that whole shelf of ammo and that whole
there
shelf of
wasn't
ammo.
much left.
And the guy was like, I understand.
Yeah. I kept telling my friends and family members in June,
It wasn't
buy
that
everything
much,
you
by
can.
the way.
Buy everything you can. I mean, I'm shocked at what you guys have here compared to New Hampshire. It's absolutely
Gone.
nothing. I'm
Well,
shocked.
let's put this into context. So we went to a I don't want to give out details because I don't want to drag anybody. We went to a gun store. They don't have that much ammo. A lot of odd caliber bullets, things that like I was like, do you even have guns for this stuff? And they're like, we don't.
Up 3 times, 4 times, even 10 times
And it was
as
like-
much as what I was paying for in June.
It was like 2 boxes per
Yes.
different ammo type, except for the 12 gauge stuff. That I was like, I went nuts and I was like,
well, that's still readily available because
Right.
that's still something that people can get. But when it comes to 9mm 5.56, you're paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
It's absolutely crazy. I mean, for 900 bullets of 5.56, I was paying a couple $100.
now it's $1,000.
Now it's $1,000 for 900 bullets, and I'm like, and the thing is, it's
But
not
I love
going
how
back to normal soon. That's the thing. People think it's going to go.
No way,
everything's
dude.
going to go back to normal. It's not.
I love how the guys were just like, yep. Like it's not total. It's totally normal. Like someone comes in and they're like, "There's not that much to buy." Because dude, I'm. It's no joke. I bring this up in earlier this year when I said I don't want any guns in my house, and then COVID happened, the pandemic stuff happened,
the stalker happened.
Yes.
I dealt
The
with
stalker
stalkers
was last
too.
year.
Oh yeah, I had a whole bunch of stalkers as well.
For sure. But like looking at the stores being picked clean, and like we had a Walmart only like a mile or so away, and I'm like, we're really close to this place, and there's no food. People are running in and seizing all the toilet paper and stuff. I'm like, we got to take care of ourselves. And I even had a cop advise me, and we were in a small suburb, so the police station wasn't that far away, and he was like, you need to answer your door with a shotgun when someone comes, So that got me thinking. But it wasn't until the riots went nuts and I heard the helicopters, I went out and bought a bunch of guns. But here's the thing. They had no ammo. I remember I went in and I was talking to the guy and I said, I need 45 auto. And he goes, 1 box. And I'm like, that's 50 rounds. He's like,
Yep.
all I can do. So I've been to 3 or 4 different shops. There's one shop where they said you get 1 of each box. And it's crazy too, because the 22, it's like 50, it's this little tiny box. I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
And you're lucky.
I know.
And you're lucky you got
That's
those.
why when
Yeah.
we went to that one store, I was like, I will take it all. And they were like, no limit, sir. We
Yep.
understand.
Yes,
Here's a
but
box.
It was marked up pretty heavily, but
It was only a couple boxes,
But
though.
they're going to keep going up, and we have to understand here. This is something that a lot of people are finding very troublesome. I mean, even from like an investment point of view, if you bought bullets and firearms in June and July, you
could sell it. You'd be making
you could
swimming.
make a crap ton of money just on that initial investment, and some people legitimately are. But there's a lack of a lot of this stuff because people are buying it whenever they can because they know either 1, something major is going to happen. 2, they know that there's going to be an administration that's going to try to take it away from people.
Remember the story about the red flag laws when they started coming out, where someone could basically report you as being unwell, and the cops show up to your house and say, "We're seizing your guns." There was a story. I think it was Baltimore. Some guy gets the cops show up to his house. They says, who is it? They say, we're the police. He opens up and they say, we're here to take your guns. And he says, not a chance. The cops fight with him. Cops shoot and kill him.
Yep.
There are people who will absolutely say no to the police who try to violate the Constitution. Now that's scary. I understand it for sure. What's scary about it is we are dangerously close when we know for a fact these states are violating the Constitution. Why? Because the Supreme Court's already ruled in states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, and then states like California are still doing it. Or when the Supreme Court sides with religious institutions under the First Amendment. Did you read? I think it was Gorsuch, his opinion. There's no version of reality where you can have tanning salons and liquor stores remain open, but people can't go to church. That was bold.
Yeah.
But they issue that, and then what does Cuomo say? So what? We'll do it again.
Yeah. And
what can you do about
one
it?
other thing that people have to realize here, when you look at the strictest, toughest, most unfair lockdowns that rob people of their livelihoods, they are mainly happening in democratic cities where people don't have the right to defend themselves and are not armed. You look at what happened in Canada and Australia, where there was recently gun legislation that limited people's ability to defend themselves. What happened? The Canadian government and Australian government are absolutely having a heyday with just making up whatever made up decrees, not even based off on the science, not even any logic, but they're locking people down in extreme ways, arresting people, meanwhile allowing Black Lives Matter protests
Check
to
this
happen.
out.
But
Check this. The other day, when we had Destiny here, he said we need a 2-month lockdown. Everybody should get paid. And the issue was, we ended up coming back to it. And I said, didn't we already lock down? And he was like, not nationwide. But hold on. Europe, they locked down. They closed their borders. And it all came back. Why did it come back? Well, because we eased the restrictions. So you're saying that no matter what we do, COVID is here to stay? Yeah. And there's nothing we can do about it? We can't live this way. We can't. It's physically impossible to stay this way unless they just want people to die. They want people to starve, become evicted, get depressed, commit suicide.
Be dependent on government. But
listen. Yes, to an extent, being dependent on government. But at a certain point, there's no food on the shelves unless someone puts it there or makes it.
Exactly.
And if no one is working, there is nothing to be given to people.
Politics is a popularity contest. We got stupid people running the show.
Yeah, as well as government mandates that literally slaughtered chickens, pigs, got rid of and thrown out a lot of vegetables and fruits that were available for everyone. But all of those, I mean, I was in touch with some farmers across the United States. They were ordered, destroy everything you have. The supply chain has been cut. This is the best thing you could do. It's absolutely insane. And now there's food shortages. And now we have to understand the effects of these lockdowns are not leading to more suicides like we just saw in Japan. In Japan, more people killed themselves than died from COVID-19. And around the world, especially in desolate places in third world countries, hunger is becoming more of a rapid epidemic. But we keep being told by these politicians, no, we're going to do another lockdown. It didn't work the first time, but it's going to work now. Oh, we're going to do more masks. They didn't really work, but we're going to do them more now. Oh, we're going to wait until the vaccine comes again. Everything the politicians have been saying about this have been absolutely wrong. And I think it's extremely dangerous coming forward with
the establishment.
Yes.
Everything the establishment said, because Trump said schools should remain open.
Yes.
And they said he was nuts. He wanted to kill your kids. Now we're learning.
And they said he was nuts when he tried to shut down travel from China as well. And they keep going back and forth. There's no consistency. There's no logic. And a lot of times they just lie to you through their teeth. They're telling you, just hold on a little bit longer. Everything's going to be fine. Just give us a few more weeks. Just give us 100 days of masks.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.